good, y'all? I'm Jerry, about to check out 10 wrestlers who regret leaving WWE for AEW. This video is about WrestleMania once again. As we all know, in wrestling, WWE is like the mecca of getting to like the ultimate goal in professional wrestling, man. You either got New Japan, TNA, Ring of Honor, and now AEW, but WWE was always like the top of the top as far as the wrestling business. And it's like, as soon as you get there, your career automatically skyrockets. But it doesn't happen like that way for certain wrestlers, man. For a lot of wrestlers, actually. And a lot of wrestlers who were unhappy with WWE ultimately ended up going to AEW, and their career was still at a stagnant. They hadn't reached the top yet, still in the same position they was before, and which caused them to be depressed and just lose their love for wrestling, man. So let's hop into this video, man. Also, we on the road to 2K subscribers, man, so run me up. Let's go.
But since the inception of AEW, Tony Khan has made it his mission to sign some of the best talent in the world. Talent such as CM Punk and Bryan Danielson were major names in WWE and have been treated as main eventers in Khan's promotion. However, there are those talents that Khan has signed from WWE that have just been utterly wasted. Those talents are barely used, and if they are used on like AEW television, they are utilized in nonsensical roles.
Aleister Black or
Some
Malachi
AEW
Black
talent are beginning to reach out either directly to AEW or indirectly via social media to generate their grievances. And it looks like a number of notable AEW names are unhappy with their position in the company.
Cody Rhodes ended up leaving. I don't know if he was unhappy or not,
also led to unrest in AEW,
but it definitely helped that he left
the
WWE.
thriving relationship with pretty much all the talent on this list, and it was Vince McMahon's creative and business direction that ultimately led to their WWE departure. And join us now as WrestleMania looks at 10 wrestlers who kind of regret going to AEW.
Who we got number 10?
Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Facebook for exclusive lists. Also check out WrestleMania.co.uk and our non-wrestling channel, Incredible. Number 10, Pac. Pac had a relatively successful run in WWE.
My boy.
Most of his success came during the
in
time
the early
of
stages of NXT. He ran NXT
on the brand. Triple H was a huge advocate for Pac, and he saw Pac's ability to tell storylines in the ring as well as having high-quality matches. But Vince McMahon never viewed Pac as a top star, and even when Pac was doing his best work as King of the Cruiserweights, McMahon was more interested in booking him to lose to Enzo Amore. Since he signed with AEW, he seemed to receive a push and then slowly fizzled into the background, which is a massive shame as Pac remains one of the best in-ring talents in the world. He became the inaugural AEW All-Atlantic Champion in 2022, and fans hope that this would lead to more TV appearances for him, but sadly the title is predominantly being used on independent shows in the UK. AEW needs to realize what they have with Pac, or when his contract expires, Triple H will probably be the first person to make a call trying to get him back under the WWE umbrella.
Can he come back?
Bobby Fish,
I wouldn't mind him coming back.
But when both Fish and O'Reilly signed with AEW, there was a ton of buzz.
O'Reilly's currently hurt,
great runs in NXT, and their involvement in the Undisputed Era was well liked by fans. Unfortunately, since both came into AEW, they haven't done much that's been considered memorable. Both joined forces with Adam Cole once again, and they were involved in a storyline with the Young Bucks, but it just didn't connect with the fans.
The Undisputed Era, 4-year run,
it's just a shame that
was
AEW
absolutely great.
No idea just how to book them. Number 8, Toni Storm. Following her arrival in AEW in March 2022, fans were hoping that Toni Storm was going to be presented far better than she was on the main roster. Storm had a disastrous main roster call-up, which was so bad that she requested a release from the company. Since signing with AEW, Storm has had several featured matches, but she's failed to be presented as a big deal. She was the heavy favourite in the Owen Hart Foundation tournament, and Storm winning this would have been perfect, but she lost to Britt Baker in the semi-finals. This loss completely derailed her momentum, and she hasn't seemed to have recovered. Number 7, Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe has a tremendous relationship with
always hurt, though.
Triple H, so much so that Joe is said to consider him a friend, and the two often text back and forth. Joe was released by WWE for the second time in early 2022, and this was disappointing to fans as Joe was just coming off a career resurgence in NXT.
He got hurt.
It seemed like an abrupt decision to let him go. Joe naturally signed for Tony Khan's promotion, and since then he's predominantly been used to help rebuild Ring of Honor.
I didn't even know he was
Joe
there.
would win the Ring of Honor World Television title, and whilst this is a respectable achievement, Joe could be doing so much more. If Joe was currently in WWE under the new regime, he would be incredibly valued both in front and behind the camera. Now, it's been rumored that Joe's AEW deal is around for 2 years, and once this expires, it would only seem fitting that Joe reunites with his friend Triple H in WWE. Number 6, Athena. A former NXT Women's Champion.
They mentioned Athena in the previous video I did.
2021 took everyone by surprise. Moon was a great hand in the women's division, and she was someone WWE could rely on. She was brought into AEW with the idea of her being a credible name who could have fantastic matches. But Moon, who now uses the name Athena in AEW, hasn't really lived up to the expectations. When she first debuted, Athena was presented as a big deal. Then she would be quickly relegated to AEW Dark, which just wasn't what fans were expecting. Athena could have been a great hand for AEW, and it just seemed like AEW struggles to book the women's division and present their female talent in a manner they deserve. Number 5, Malachi Black. AEW signing the former WWE talent known as Aleister Black was a very smart move. Black is incredibly creative and was misused by WWE, particularly on the main roster. Black is using the name of Malachi Black on AEW.
I remember
TV,
he debuted
it
last year.
Predominantly in the House of Black storyline. His AEW
Or was it
career
this
got
year?
off to a thrilling start as he entered into a feud with Cody Rhodes. Well, this is a feud that Black, without a question, should have won, but AEW decided to have Rhodes win the final match of their rivalry. This completely derailed Black's push in the company, as him losing his first notable feud in the company just made no sense whatsoever. Whilst the House of Black storyline is entertaining, AEW are favouring other storylines and the House of Black are falling into the background. One of the members of House of Black is Buddy Matthews, who used the name Buddy Murphy in WWE. He was
I like Buddy Murphy
one of
when he
the
was
most
in
underrated
WWE.
talents in the company, but since he signed with AEW, he is yet to show off his in-ring work. In fact, since signing for the company, Matthews has only had a select few singles matches, which shows fans that Tony Khan doesn't really see much value in his in-ring abilities. Number 4, Andrade. Social media can be
Andrade been very vocal about his use of being pushed in the AEW.
This has been seen with current AEW wrestler Andrade, who has liked tweets over the past few months which have criticized his AEW.
Then he just got married to Charlotte, and I know he don't want to be away from his wife for a while.
The former NXT champion has had multiple managers, including Vicky Guerrero, and not a single one of them have elevated his presentation in any way, shape, or form. The former WWE star has failed to be utilized in a meaningful role on AEW television and has only been featured on AEW's flagship show Dynamite a handful of times in 2022. Is it possible that Andrade regrets signing with AEW? Absolutely. It's common knowledge that Andrade's relationship with Triple H was fantastic, and Andrade would even tweet the game's birthday wishes last year. It goes without saying that if Andrade was in WWE currently, he would be a predominant feature on WWE programming.
Especially on SmackDown.
Lee.
He would have fit perfectly on SmackDown.
NXT that Triple H saw him as a major player. Lee would even hold NXT.
That's somebody who I hate that they let go.
Simultaneously, and it wasn't before long that Lee was
that man was so freaking athletic for a big dude.
Quickly fell out of favor with Lee, and he was quickly moved down the card.
I remember seeing him in person. He was definitely a fan favorite. When I saw him in person in 2020.
Lee was popular with fans and had a ton to offer in the ring. So far, Lee's AEW run has fallen flat.
They just didn't know how to use it. I wish WWE would have capitalized on him back in 2018 when he beat Roman in that Survivor Series match. He pinned Roman Reigns as the sole survivor of NXT.
Far cry from what Lee should be aspiring to achieve. Number 2, Miro. A former TNT champion,
That's somebody
has
who
been openly critical of his position
is
in
definitely
AEW.
underrated right there.
Extensive work into his character
Even especially when he was in WWE as Rusev, and he had the Rusev Day stuff, gimmick and stuff like that. He was over with the fans. They just never did push him the way they should.
That Tony Khan has no idea how to use him. Miro has used social media to air these frustrations by making subtle digs at AEW's booking and even liking tweets such as, "Are you still in AEW? Seems like you had it better in WWE." It was reported in March 2022 that Miro had committed to a 4-year deal with AEW. This would mean that Miro wouldn't be able to leave until 2026.
26?
Sadly, this
Damn.
could mean that the former WWE star could have 4 very frustrating years ahead.
I hope not.
Number 1,
Because I like Miro.
Now there's one word to describe
Well,
Adam
who said?
Cole's run in NXT.
Adam Cole, baby!
Elite. Cole was the longest reigning NXT champion of all time and was the face of the entire brand.
Yes, sir.
He was perfect in NXT and was well liked by fans, his peers, and
I gotta watch some old
management.
Takeover
Cole had a
specials,
strong
man.
relationship with Triple H and
With
Shawn
that man
Michaels,
right there,
and
man. He was
admitted that he
the
still
guy.
keeps in touch with both of them, even though he's in AEW. Cole decided to join AEW in 2021 as the main roster pitches given to him were lackluster at best, and Cole believed he had a better chance of success in AEW. However, his run just hasn't lived up to expectations. He's been predominantly involved in the Undisputed Elite storyline, which has failed to generate any buzz. It appears that Tony Khan sees Cole as a reliable upper mid-card talent who can be thrown into the world title picture whenever they need someone to lose. It'll be interesting to see what Cole's career would be like if he was signed to WWE under the Triple H regime. Well, there you have it, folks. 10 wrestlers who kind of regret going to AEW.
Alright, y'all, let me know what y'all thought of this video, man, and my reaction to it. Like, comment, subscribe. We're on the road to 2K subscribers. I'm out. Peace.